My name is Pat Curlin, and I am a parishioner at actually St. Faustina's in Fulshire, but I have worked at this parish, which is Epiphany of the Lord. Though I'm not a caregiver myself to any family member, I am married for more than 50 years. We have 6 adult kids and 9 grandchildren. And so I've been caring for people a lot in my own life, and to be here at Epiphany and to be able to support other churches that want to develop a ministry to caregivers. So this is really it's a support to exist, to serve the people that are really caring for someone, a relative, could be a parent, could be a sister, brother, a child who has some special need. And those needs could be as varied as, Parkinson's. A lot of the folks have a loved one with dementia or Alzheimer's, some who have had strokes. And so we want to be able to offer support because it's such a role in a person's life that can create burnout very, very easily. Instead of it, many times it's such a blessing, and at other times it's a real burden, and people are getting lost in those gamut of feelings and emotions that come with any given day. So our purpose in being here is to be able to support each other. It's called a caregiver support group. And so you share about who your loved one is and how it is going for you. And one of the things that is so important, I think, is to be able to acknowledge your emotions. From the very beginning of Jesus's ministry, I think of him going out after his baptism, learning that he is the beloved of God. What am I supposed to do as the beloved now? So he goes out into the desert. We talk about the 40 days of Lent, and he discerns what is it he's supposed to be doing. And we're in Mark's Gospel right now in our cycle of readings. And early on, very early on, he comes right out, cutting to the chase, and he begins to call others, but he also comes to lay hands on people. He wants to really bring wholeness to people's lives, regardless of how frustrated they are on any given day, regardless of any physical or emotional demons. That's what we've been reading in the Gospels these last couple of Sundays, that he wants to say, stop letting this tear your life apart. And so in that kind of spirit is what we're doing as caregivers. We have been called, sometimes with great anticipation and joy and acceptance, maybe initially, to be the imitation of Christ, to touch and to heal and to serve and to have compassion. And yet, Jesus also, last Sunday, says all the people were outside the door, wanting healing, and many were healed. And he had to take himself off to a lonely place to pray after having these multitudes come and lay hands. He needed to take time for quiet and respite, and then discern whether I continue in the same way I'm doing, staying in this town and continuing to teach and preach, or whether I move on. And so my hope is that this place as a caregiver support group will also be a place of respite for the caregivers to take time to be filled themselves. Now, I've had people in another church in this area, not Catholic even, they've come and said, what do you do? Because we've got a gathering that's going to start. How do we do what you do? So I have a little, like a bullet point thing that I have put together, and I will email them how we do that. It's a simple process, and I've volunteered to go to those churches and talk to them. They haven't needed me to go and do that, but they have benefited from my email descriptives. Certainly people can contact me through the outreach office at Epiphany. Lisa Gilkison can give them my contact information, and I would be most happy to talk with them and to help them in any way, because again, I get so much more out of it than I think anybody, and sometimes we need to widen that circle of support and be able to come to a neutral place, and people say to you as you walk in, "Welcome, I'm glad you're here." So please listen to your desire, listen to your needs, let your emotions inform you of what your needs might be, because there's people who want to walk with you. So thank you for letting me put that out there today.